Hey everybody! So I wanted to get on and do another little video blog. What I want to talk about today is I found this website called hitrecord.org. It seems like it's pretty cool. It's run by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who was the guy from Looper and The Dark Knight Rises and 50/50. He was also in 10 Things I Hate About You way back when with Heath Ledger. But he started, it's called an open collaborative production company, and you go and you put your work there, but the whole point of it is to be collaborative. Like, it's not, oh, I'm putting it up here and like I'm showing you, look how great I am. It's like, hey, I did this part, can you make a movie to it, or can you animate it, or explain it through interpretive dance, kind of whatever you want to do. So I went ahead and I joined up. It's free, and I put some stuff on there. And then every so often they'll publish stuff. So they have like books, and if you're a musician, they have albums and that kind of thing. And then you can actually get paid, like for working, like for your work. So that's kind of cool. So on there, I'm theALYoder. I'll put the link and my name on there, everything in the description. But I wanted to actually just kind of do a voiceover of my first piece. So the first thing that I put on there was in response to something called Loop, which was kind of Joseph's idea about kind of doing things that you find you get looped into, and so it can be, a whole bunch of people are doing a really cool stuff about it. But so I'm just gonna read you kind of what I had and what I put on there, and then if you want to go and collaborate on it with me, that would be cool too, or leave me comments or whatever. Just follow the website links down there, and I'd love to hear from you. So it's called Snare, Snare Cymbal. Snare, snare, cymbal. Snare, snare, cymbal. Snare, snare, cymbal. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Faster and faster until the stick slips and I miss the cymbal. Silence. Sweaty palm wipes across rough denim. Snare, snare, cymbal. They're not my drums. And it's a good thing too, because the most talented thing that I can do on them is hit the snare twice and then the cymbal. And then do it again. And again. But I find myself in the place we call the shack, banging on the 11-year-old's drum set. She's the daughter of my good friends, and they bought a house with an extra building in the backyard completely off the city radar. The man who used to own the house custom-made guitars there. The room has music in it. But not for me, though. Snare, snare, cymbal. Snare, snare, cymbal. I'm over there a lot. A long-distance relationship gives me time to get really lonely, unless I keep myself busy. So I go over. And when I'm sad, I go into the shack, and I beat on the drums a little. Usually the kids leave me to it. I'm embarrassed to play in front of others because I'm so bad. But when they're gone, I move my arms as fast as I can. Snare, snare, cymbal. I do it until I can close my eyes and listen to the sound. It isn't music. I wouldn't go that far. It's just noise. But it's my noise. It's the noise that's in my head and that I can't drown out. I snare, snare, cymbal until I can't move my hands, until it's too hot or too cold in the shack and I can't stand it anymore, until I decide I've been rude enough. After all, they invite me over and I spend my time sitting alone in their little outbuilding. The repetition is soothing. Even though it is simple, I have to concentrate on it at first, so I concentrate snare, snare, cymbal, snare, snare, cymbal, snare, snare on it and force everything else out of my mind. The loneliness and the pain and the anxiety and the stress, and I just snare, snare, cymbal until my mind is free. And then I can really let my mind go and just move my hands and stare at the blurs they become. I sound like a skipping track on a bad cover album, but it's all mine, my snare, snare, cymbal beat. My hands look like water falling down, snare, snare, and splashing back up, cymbal, over and over again. Then it's over. Then there's quiet. And my mind loops back with its cycle of fear and doubt. I stand up, put the sticks down, turn the lights off, rejoin society. But for a while, for a minute, I was lost in the noises. Snare, snare, cymbal.